Hello, everyone, and welcome to this video presentation, What is the WRP? This is the first video in a series about the Workforce Recruitment Program, which we frequently call the WRP for short. This video uses a slide deck that is text-based with a few decorative images. On this first slide, you can see a school building and people engaging in academic pursuits, such as going to class and graduating. The U.S. Department of Labor and Department of Defense seals and the Office of Disability Employment Policy and WRP logos are also featured. This first video is designed to introduce applicants to the WRP and guide them through the application process. There are 4 additional videos in this series. These videos are called, Can I Participate in the WRP? How do I apply for the WRP? What's the WRP informational interview? And how do I connect with jobs as a WRP participant? So what is the Workforce Recruitment Program? The WRP recruits college students, graduate students, and recent graduates with disabilities for a database that managers use to hire for internships or permanent jobs. These opportunities are with the federal government as well as select private sector organizations. Also, when applying, WRP participants can connect with federal employees who advise on the federal hiring process. The yearly creation of the WRP talent list is managed by the U.S. Department of Labor and Department of Defense. My name is Lauren Karras, and I am a program manager for the WRP. Here is a photo of me. I am a white woman in my early 30s with dirty blonde hair and glasses. The WRP is near and dear to my heart because I was a WRP participant and got my career started through the program. So I thought it would be helpful for you to hear my WRP story. I always knew I wanted a job in federal service, so I was excited about the WRP as a potential avenue into federal employment. I made sure I knew when the application deadline was, talked to my school coordinator, and confirmed that my school was able to sign up. After I applied to WRP, I had the opportunity to interview with a WRP recruiter. Having that one-on-one conversation with a federal employee really helped orient me to public service. Once my application was shared on the WRP website with federal employers, I was contacted a few months later by an employee with the Department of Veterans Affairs and was offered an internship. After a successful internship, I was able to transition into a full-time position with the Department of Veterans Affairs as a program assistant. Later, I was hired to manage the WRP at the Department of Labor. It's a privilege not only to have participated in this program, but to now connect other people with disabilities to this wonderful opportunity. The WRP is an annual program, which means it occurs every year. Here is a visual timeline of the program that we will describe to give you a sense of when key events happen. If you want to know the exact date of each milestone or deadline this year, check the WRP.gov website or speak with your school coordinator. Each spring, the WRP reaches out to post-secondary schools across the country to participate. Colleges register and appoint WRP school coordinators who are staff who typically work in the Disability Services or Career Services office. School coordinators manage the WRP for their college and help students and recent graduates apply for the program. School coordinator registration occurs from April to June. If you would like your school to sign up to participate with the WRP, spring is a great time to tell them to register. In late August, WRP student registration opens. School coordinators contact students and recent graduates at their school, tell them about the program, and help answer any questions. Candidates who are eligible and interested in participating sign up at WRP.gov. If you want to know the exact date when registration begins, you can also find that information at WRP.gov. Around mid-October, student registration ends and applications are due. If you applied, your school coordinator will contact you about the informational interview in late October. The informational interview is an optional opportunity for WRP participants to learn and get advice from federal employees whom we call recruiters. If you need any accommodations for your interview, let your school coordinator know. School coordinators help schedule these informational interviews between the WRP participants and recruiters. Informational interviews occur between late October and mid-November. In mid-December, the WRP database is shared with employers in the federal government. If you applied, your application and resume is visible to these employers for 1 calendar year. You may receive emails or phone calls about employment opportunities from employers anytime after this point. We encourage eligible candidates to participate in WRP over several years, but keep in mind that they must reapply each year that they want to participate. You may be wondering if you can participate in the WRP and if you are an eligible candidate. Eligible means that you meet the program requirements. Within the context of the WRP, it means that you can participate in our program. Eligible candidates for the WRP must be United States citizens or nationals. They must have a disability and be eligible for the Schedule A hiring authority, which will be explained in another video. We also have a few resources about Schedule A on our website, wrp.gov. Eligible candidates for the WRP attend or recently graduated from a U.S. accredited college or university. If you would like to know if your school is accredited, check with your school or the Department of Education's website. Lastly, WRP candidates must either be current full-time undergraduate or graduate student or be a recent graduate. Students can be taking a part-time course load if they meet certain criteria. If you have recently graduated and received your degree within the last 2.5 years before the WRP application period begins, you are eligible to participate in the WRP. For more details, please visit our website at wrp.gov. There are a variety of jobs that you may be contacted for through the WRP. On our website, we have a resource that lists examples of the many types of jobs available in the federal government. Employers will contact WRP participants directly about potential opportunities for internships or permanent positions. Most of these opportunities are paid. You may be asked to go through an interview process before receiving a job offer. Being included in the WRP lets employers know you are looking for federal internships and jobs. However, it does not guarantee you a job. Please keep up your job hunt. If you would like to learn more about looking for a job, please contact your college or alma mater's career center. If you are interested in learning more about the WRP, please keep watching these videos. The next video covers who can participate in the WRP, and we give more detail about Schedule A. If you have more specific questions, check out our resources on the WRP website. And if you have a school coordinator, please contact them with any questions. Thank you for joining us to learn about the WRP. We hope it's inspired you to explore the WRP and check out everything it has to offer students and recent graduates with disabilities.